Welcome back, YouTube. We are back with another video. I have the pleasure today interviewing my cousin, Joe, and his beautiful wife, Rochelle. You guys, take it away. Introduce yourselves.
Hey, how you doing? I'm Joe Vaughn.
Hello, I'm Rachel Vaughn.
So we're going to do a little icebreaker game because you guys are my first married couple on here. And I
All
want to
right.
see how well y'all know each other.
Oh boy.
Uh-oh.
Yes, it's 5 questions. The first question is, what is your spouse's favorite movie? Let's start with Rochelle. What's Joe's favorite movie?
Oh, probably Breaking.
Is that your favorite movie, Joe?
I can ride with that one.
What's Rochelle's?
Um, favorite movie. She's more of a TV show. I would.
Come on, think hard.
She loves The Handmaid's Tale.
That's not a movie. That's a TV show. What's
No.
my favorite movie? I talk about it all the time. And you say I'm corny for it.
It must be a girl flick.
Doghouse
You
tonight.
gonna get me in the doghouse. Corny. She likes Give me a hint.
Martin did a play of it in one of his shows.
Martin did a play of it in one of his shows. Bad Boys?
No, man. Romeo and Juliet.
She might have watched that one time.
My favorite.
That's her favorite.
This is the deal. She might be her favorite movie, but she never watched it with me.
We've never watched it together.
That's why I said, is it a girl
movie.
flick? Is it a girl flick? Love stories. Let's see. What is your spouse's favorite food? What's one food that Rochelle loves to eat?
I'm definitely gonna go with Mediterranean or Indian food.
Yeah.
Okay. What about Joe?
Okay, Joe's favorite food, if he's having a cheat meal, he likes like fried catfish.
Okay.
And, if he's on his healthy kick, I'd probably say like zoodles or some type of salad, but like more like a charcuterie board. You know, he likes the pickles, the olives. He likes it kind of mixed up with hummus, like a little assortment.
Okay, she right, Joe?
Yeah, she's right on that.
She like, I better be right.
Hey, just for the record, it's Rachel.
Oh, Rachel, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Like, he got that right. You better.
Give me at the
He's like, I'm not getting to the doghouse tonight where my cousin calling you Rochelle and it's Rachel.
Yeah.
Let's see. Who is Rachel's best friend?
A best friend? Man, she got a clique of best friends. But if I had to go tooth and nail, probably best friend, probably Essay.
Okay.
Yeah, he's right.
Joe got a best friend he ride with?
Oh, Mimi.
Okay. Okay,
Yeah.
so you guys are doing good. And the last question is, as a couple, where was your favorite vacation that you guys went on?
Puerto Rico. We went to Puerto Rico together. It was when we were first starting to date. We were together, but we were still kind of filling each other out. It was our first vacation as a couple. We had a blast. We had such a good time in Puerto Rico.
Oh my God.
Same one. Puerto Rico was a blast. It was just a great getaway. And, like she said, we were just starting to get serious. And so, it was kind of the nightcap, the day cap, or any cap, midday cap. It was great.
Wow. See, you guys knew each other. Just that one question, Joe, that girl flick, Romeo and Juliet.
Romeo and Juliet with me. I'll make them sit.
I get out of jail free card because she never watched it with me. Like I pay attention to what she watched, but she never watched it. She might say it, but I'm like, it's different when you see it. I'm a visual person,
Right. Hey, Rachel, he probably was going to sleep on it, huh? All right. Right. So tell the people, what do you do as a profession? Who do you want to go first?
I'll let the lady go first.
Oh,
Okay.
so I work in insurance, personal auto claims, personal injury claims. I deal with a little bit of everything. I've done everything in the insurance world, but as of now, my current position, I do personal injury claims. It's never a dull moment. Arguing with attorneys, and it's always something. Crazy people, crazy. But it never gets boring. I'll say that.
Right, right, right. And Joe, I know your job never gets bored.
No. I do strength and conditioning. Been doing it for 20 years, ever since I got done playing ball. Just been all around the Big 12, Oklahoma, Kansas, now at Texas. Worked 7 years in the NFL. So that's what I do, and basically on a day-to-day basis, I make sure guys are, in shape, mentally focused, and just kind of ready for them to attack their preferred sport.
Now, being that you guys got boys, Rachel, does he come home and he has them on like a strict workout routine or?
Oh, believe it or not, Joe doesn't want the boys to. He doesn't want them to even play football. He really no, he doesn't want them to play football. So, but they're boys. We keep them very busy. They're active in different sports. But no, they don't have a strict routine. As soon as Daddy gets home, they're jumping on him. They go outside. They get a little rough sometimes, but no, there's no. Once he comes home, he really likes to kind of leave work at work.
I mean, that's good because that's hard to do for a lot of people to leave work at work and then you come home and it's just like, I'm not trying to deal with work. Work is there.
Like my wife, she deals with a lot of stress, and I see that at work as well. So I don't undermine her, one bit, because she has a stressful job as well. So I think kind of when we're both off, both let me be right, we're both off. We kind of want to de-stress and decompress a little bit, and I stressful business, and you're working with kids. I got 120 sons, that I work with every day, plus the ones, that I have at the house. So it's just kind of good to get away.
Right, right. Get away from it, come home, refresh, rejuvenate. And then that's good for the
Right.
boys too, because that's building up a good relationship with you and them at the same time. You guys' jobs are
Definitely.
both
Now
stressful.
times during punishment, if they do something
Right,
that's rough, I'll make push-ups, setups, and stuff like that. But I kind of let one of them define their own way, you know,
right, right,
got it, just that on them all the time.
right, right. That's the one best thing is letting them find their own way. Because you're right, a lot of people in different professions they expect their kids to go in that same profession, especially athletes.
Right,
Like
right.
there's a basketball coach, their kids are in basketball, or vice versa, football. It's like whatever. But you're right. Let them find their own way and be who they are individually. So how do you guys balance out the the long hours? Sometimes your games are out of town. How do you guys balance that out and then just become one again?
I'll go first.
This is for our married people out there, okay?
My wife is absolutely the best there is. She holds the fort down while I'm gone. I will say in this business, she's held it down when I had to take jobs, 2,000 miles away for 7 months at a time, or when I went to K-State, when I went to Texas, so I left her with a lot to do. So I will give you a hand clap, pat on the back, because she holds it down. So when you say balance, there really is no balance. Like, she does more than me. So with that being said, I come home and I try to help. I've, got better at doing the dishes, sweeping the floor, mopping the floors, just making myself useful when I get to the house. But as far as balance, she holds it down. She takes the kids to school. She gets her day interrupted. She does the doctor appointments. She does all that. So, it's really my wife. And so I can't really say it's a balance. I just kind of fit in where I get in.
Right, right.
My answer.
Yeah, like Joe said, it's not balanced, but what goes into that is just a lot of preparation. Like, I'm planning what our meals, thinking ahead, what does our schedule look like? Because every day there's something. We have 3 children. We have boys 4 and 5, and then we have a 12-year-old daughter. So somebody always has something every day. So I'm always planning ahead. And then I give him honeydew lists when he, when he has available time to help. But he does. He comes home. He makes himself useful. He asks. He tries to be very helpful around the house. But
I rub feet a lot.
He does. He does. He rubs feet almost every night. So that makes
ladies, you hear that up there? Have your man rub your feet.
And rub your feet. Yes.
Rub the feet.
But
yes.
It's all for the greater good of our family.
Right.
Some days, in his off season, it's 60-40 where, I'm not feeling today. I need you to pick up my slack. So again, he does a great job of getting in where he can fit in and, helping out with things that are behind the scenes that aren't necessarily in the forefront that you see that needs to be done, like the things that go unseen around the house. So, but again, just a lot of planning and taking it, it's a thankless job being a mom in general sometimes.
Right.
Just knowing that everything that I'm doing is for my family, the betterment of my family, the betterment of our kids, the opportunities, the experiences, and it's all worth it. When they smile, when they're happy, it's all worth it.
I would say, also if I could add on to hers, dealing with Rachel is, I've learned how to communicate better. So it's really communication and patience, which sometimes it's short for me just as a person. Sometimes I don't have a lot of patience but at the same time, communicate, like learn how to read. She always tell me, learn how to read the room, so learn how when she look tired and, she get off work, then, hey, baby, don't worry about it. Just go to Whataburger, or
right.
Pick up the kids. Do you need me to do something? Sometimes it's just the thought that counts, like Christmas, so, I think that gives me a little leeway right there, if you just hey man, I'll help you out what you need,
Right. So how long have you guys been married?
How long, man?
Go ahead.
7 years.
7. Oh, you guys are past the 7-year. It's like they always say. But
Yeah.
that's good. I love that because a lot of couples are struggling with just what you guys explained on how you guys do and make it do what it do and how there's no balance. It's just everyone knows, hey, this needs to be done with. I'm going to do it. You do what you're supposed to do. Like, that's hard in a lot of marriages. So that's why I'm happy that you guys are on here today because it's probably is married couples that watch my show. And now seeing you guys are my first ones, they're like, oh, okay, this is cool. You can take some advice because you guys do have very stressful, very demanding jobs. And then you come home and you have to take care of the family. And like Rachel say, she loves seeing the kids smile. It's for her family. The benefits are going to pay off and it's all for the family. And then with your kids seeing that builds them a foundation to where, okay, this is how I'm supposed to be with my wife or my husband. This is what I'm supposed to do because I saw my parents do it. Like, especially with a girl. Got that one girl and 2 boys. So yeah, this is great, you guys. I love this. Oh my gosh. How did you guys meet?
Oh.
You want his version or you want the truth?
Hey, be real with it. Be real with it.
So I'll go. Okay. So it's a long story, but long story short, when he was working for the Buccaneers in Tampa, they played Atlanta, and so one of my best friends, she was the receptionist, so we all just decided to go, and I met him one night, and he just came and he was just kind of arrogant and pompous, and I'm like, what is this? And I'm like, girls trip, I'm not here, it's not that type of deal, and he stayed in my DMs, and after a while, he was persistent. After a while, I was like, let me give him a chance. Let me give him a shot. And I did, and here we are, later, a couple states later, and we're happy.
Yes, like he let me tell my side of the story.
I mean, she's pretty much right, but I mean, like you said, she was in Atlanta, but I had been peeping a long time ago. I said, man, who is this young lady? But, at the time, I was behind the stigma that a lot of NFL coaches, a lot of NFL athletes get. He's no good, So her homegirl's like, you stay away from her, So I was basically the bad guy. So,
right.
I kind of threw a few lines out there, but I never kind of went in, and eventually, I would see her out, and I'd still be peeping. I'd try to buy drinks. That was my thing back in the days. I'd buy drinks, bartender. Their money no good tonight. Whatever.
Right.
eventually we kind of just, locked a little bit. And like you said, we started talking on social media, kind of locked, and we started kicking it, man. And we went on a first date to a nice restaurant down in Tampa, and we hung out afterwards, and it just went on from there,
How did you know, like, how did you guys know, like, this is the one? I'm ready to make that commitment. Was it like a feeling you had, or did it just come naturally? Like, how did you know?
Go ahead, babe.
So, oh, wow. Okay. So I wanted to try something different. I was tired of trying the same thing over, getting the same results. I'm like, I got to switch this up and try something different. And it really progressed very fast with us. Joe and I, we only dated 3 months before he proposed. And so, we both had situationships going on. And when we really just kind of locked in and decided to really give it a try, it took off from there.
Wow.
And everything just felt right. Everything fell into place. It was easy. It wasn't hard or forced.
Right.
And, that was it.
Yeah, I agree with that a lot. It was just she was more of my safe place because working in the NFL is very volatile. Everything is about money. Everything is about the look. And, they call me Oklahoma Joe. I'm still the same. I use that dusty truck, just kind of, I could have bought another truck, but I did, just kind of, I could be me. And she accepted me for me, kind of a safe place. So, she stayed in a little place called Wesley Chapel, which I moved out there. And got an apartment. Never used an apartment, but I just got one in the area. That might sound kind of creeper-ish, but
he knew what he was doing. He moved. He moved around the block trying to be close.
It's so
right. The thing up.
And I said, you know what? She's a keeper. She made me kind of wait a little bit. She was, but I was very persistent, and just kind of got hooked, and then we just went on, dates and hung out, and the vibe was always good. We used to hang out Sunday nights, and then, we used to go to concerts, Rihanna, hanging out, and I'm just like, you know what, this is fun. And I think the biggest thing is that we were friends before we did anything, So I think that set the foundation, and it allowed us to grow,
Right. And I love how she added that you guys dated for 3 months before you proposed, because to me, I feel like a person knows what they want, who they want. And for you to date somebody for years and then be like, well, I don't know if I want to marry them. It's like, what?
Right.
You guys had that communication, and you were already like, look, I'm ready to spend the rest of my life with her. I'm ready to spend the rest of my life with him. Let's do this and make it happen, and don't waste no more time. Like, I love that.
Real man, it don't take a long time for a real man to know what he wants.
Right, to step up. Right. You know what you want. Just like us women, we know what we want. They say, what is it? Statistically, if you are going to pursue that person after a couple of seconds of talking to them.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
And then everybody never knows anybody. How people say, oh, I got to be with that person for a year or two before I decide. You'll never know that person. You can be with that person for 30 years and still never know that person. There's been many times people have been married for 20 years and they get a divorce and they don't know that person or live with that person. Like, you just never know. But you guys do. I love this. And look at this. Yes. Let's see. So did you guys, when you guys got married, did you guys have like goals that you said you were going to set and to play?
I don't think I really had goals. I just wanted to be the best man that I could. Obviously I've been coaching for a long time, and like you said, situationships, we've all been in different situations, which, I was married before, but I just wanted to be better.
Right.
And be better than I was, before. And like, this woman has allowed me to do that. She brought a lot out of me, and that's the thing. Like, sometimes people can't bring the best out of you. Like, I feel like that song found the best in me by what's his name, Marvin Sapp. That's what she did. She kind of just found the best in me, and so it made me want to be better, because you got somebody that's encouraging, and always positive and great vibes, then it makes you want to be better, and it makes you want to do more for them.
Right.
So that's but that's what my goal has always been, and still that goal today, is just give them the best life that they can, the kids, the wife, and just treat them like they should be treated.
Right. How does that make you feel? You bought that
I
better.
just love hearing all of this. No, but it's true. I think we both went into this marriage wanting to do better, wanting to, give it our all, wanting to try. And the fruits of our labor have paid off. Marriage is hard, marriage is work, but at the end of the day, there's no other place that we want to be,
Right, right.
And we did come up with some other goals in the beginning, just where we see ourselves in the next 5 years. Okay, within the next year, where do we see ourselves? So we did try to do a couple of predictions of what we wanted to do. We knew we wanted to I have a daughter from a previous relationship, but I knew that he didn't have children, and we wanted to have kids back to back. So that's one thing that we set our minds to. We wanted a bigger home. We got a bigger home.
Right.
Just a couple of different life goals that we wanted to attain within our foreseeable future. So we just worked.
I love this. Oh my gosh. I love this. It's hard finding married couples that, communicate like you guys communicate and make it work and don't give up. Do you guys recommend, or did you guys have counseling before you got married?
We did. The pastor that married us, he wouldn't marry us until we did marriage counseling with him.
That's like my dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We do marriage counseling.
It probably was a good solid 6.
No,
I mean 6 sessions. So we probably it might have been. We do it.
I think
we went twice a month. So probably a good solid 3 months.
Right.
3 months. And the thing about counseling, I don't know if she can attest to this, but the biggest thing was you had to be open. So you leave those sessions sometimes mad, sometimes like I ain't know this, and it kind of opens you up to help your spouse, your soon to be spouse, better. So I definitely would recommend marriage. People who's about to get married doing marriage counseling.
Yeah.
Right.
Counseling is so important because you have to have those uncomfortable conversations. Getting married, you have to talk about finances, about religion, about children, parenting styles. I mean, you have to have those uncomfortable conversations before you get married, because that just leaves a can of worms to be opened after you get married, and then by then there's nothing you can really do about it. So yeah, we definitely stand firm with premarital counseling.
Right.
Marriage counseling in general, even after you get married, just
that's
to
what I was about
keep
to ask.
healthy communication going. I know one of the things that Joe and I like to say, when we start talking and it gets into our argument, that we're going at the issue, not each other. We're not attacking him. He's not attacking me. We need to attack the situation, the problem at hand. So I think marriage counseling, it definitely helps keep communication open and just a safe space to, talk about issues.
Right. Like you say, it opens you up. And you may be mad at that person, but that's a test to see if you love me, if you're going to still stick around, because that was my past. And this is my future.
You're ready to do for better or for worse.
For worse, right. Sick, health, rich, poor, those words are supposed to be taken seriously. And it's just I feel like a lot of people give up, and a lot of people don't do the counseling, even if they had it, like you said. Afterwards, it still is good to pursue, because I think afterwards, I don't know what it is. I've never been married and I'm not married, but I just feel like some people say it's a change. And yes, it's supposed to be a change because it's the next level up. But it's just if you communicate, then you can find out what that change is. And sometimes you do need another person that is not going to side with either of you guys. It's just to by your side, to be like, okay, yeah, you're wrong. Yes, you do need to do, sometimes you need that. But yeah, I love that, how the counseling is. Did you guys have the same religion background, or were you brought up the same way?
No, we have very different brains, but I mean, we're both rooted in faith, for sure.
Okay.
You grew up.
Yeah, I grew up Church of God in Christ.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
Old school, it's pretty old school church. A lot of women in there didn't wear pants, and boys could. It's really kind of old school, but at the same time, I like the message because the message was clear and the teaching is straight out of the book. So it's not like deviating from, well, this is this. It was kind of like straightforward. So there's no gray area, which is, that's the way I prefer it. But, her dad was actually a pastor. So,
yeah, my father's a pastor. And so
okay, you a PK too.
Y'all
so
trouble.
No.
What?
Trouble. So
What is he talking about?
Uh-oh.
United Church of Christ, non-denominational. But
okay.
We got together. The churches that we've been to together and that we've joined, it was actually Baptist. And the church that we attend here is Baptist. So yeah, that's how we.
Yeah, the biggest thing is, we try to put it in our kids. We have those same values. Big on prayer, like, big on blessed all. Like we put blessed on the kids for they leave and go to school. We just rooted in faith, and I think we, through our lives, just the stuff we've been through, it helps us rooted in faith.
Right. Now, I always ask my guests before I end it, if you were 8, okay, so going back to your 18-year-old self, what would you tell yourself of everything that you done went through, everything that you didn't know now? What would you tell your 18-year-old self? Who wants to go first?
Well, I'll go first. The thing that I would definitely tell myself is don't think about the now, think about the future. As a young age, you always be like, it feels good, let's do it now, or, this is what everybody's doing. But you see those people that thought about the future, and a lot of them, I see them 30 and 40. Luckily, I got into coaching, so I was always able to do, pretty decent. But those people that really, really, built for the future, some of them are retired at 35, 38, 40. That's what I would do is think about the future, not just now.
Okay.
What I would tell my 18-year-old self is give myself a little bit more grace. And just be where you are, like be where you're at, where you are. Just, I was like, oh, I can't wait to graduate. I can't wait to get into corporate America. Oh, I can't. And let me tell you, life's okay. And it's a cold world out there. It's cruel, but just to be still, be kind to myself when I was 18, just give myself grace.
Right. That's a good one. I like that. I love that. What would you tell married couples or people that are about to get married that's kind of on the cold feet side? What would you tell them?
Go ahead, babe.
You don't want to go first?
What would I tell them that's about to get married? I would tell them that, and I tell people all this all the time, like I've almost turned into like a counselor. But because there's some guys that I work with that are about to get married, about to get engaged. One of my players just got engaged yesterday. And I just tell them the biggest thing is communication, like on every level. And I tell them over communicate because you can't communicate too much. I learned that, like my wife, you have to communicate with her. And also, when you speak, don't use a certain tone, because if you don't use a certain tone, they're not going to get the message. You know what I'm saying? They'll take the tone over the message. So I think it's all about approach. And, they say, hey, baby, can we sit down and talk for a minute, instead of, hey, man, I'm tired of this right here, blah, 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 because you're going to lose there. So I would just tell them to over communicate, and your approach is everything. Not only to life, but to your wife too. It's everything.
I mean, I have to definitely agree with Joe. Communication. You have to be able to communicate with your spouse, your mate. And you're attacking the issue, not the person. And just learning how to argue correctly, not, low blows, all the things that I would say is a big thing. And just, do you want to be right? Or how are you arguing? What is your arguing style? Do you want to be right, or do you want to be happy and just attack the issue, move forward? So communication is key, and having uncomfortable conversations, not letting things fester inside of you and creating resentment and then just a big blow up later. But it all boils down to communication, in my opinion.
Number one thing, communicate. Well, I'm not gonna take up any more of y'all time. I just wanted y'all to come on here and show your presence and let the married couples, though I'm about to get married individuals, see this.
Let's get married song. They played the Let's Get Married.
Very soon, yes. But I love this. I want to thank you guys for coming on here. Any last words? Any motivational words? Inspirational?
Thank you for having us. This was so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
To do this. We definitely have to do it again. And
yes. Definitely.
I would say, man, hey, I'm proud of you. You're doing a great job. You're passionate about what you do. And, we aspire to be passionate about what we do as well. So it's always good to see you doing that. And like I say, it's been a blessing to be able to even do this. And any way I can help you guys, I will. Your family.